Hi there! Not even a month ago I made a mechanism on my scooter that shocks the handlebars whenever I press this remote, and in this video I'm gonna do exactly the same. I got a lot of comments on the previous video about people saying it's illegal, and yeah, I agree. Stealing an e-scooter is in fact illegal. That's why I'm trying my best to stop that from happening. But for the people who haven't watched the previous part, believe me, the shock is not just a little tingle like one of those wish.com laser shock thingies. In fact, it's designed to keep big dogs under control, and according to the reviews it burns holes in the dog's neck, which is absolutely horrible to do to one of these, but all the better for those filthy thieves. You can choose the intensity of the shock with this remote, and you can pick a level from 1 to 99. Previous time level 30 already hurt me, but now I'm gonna go as high as possible. So the first level is gonna be level 30. This time I'm gonna try to tank as much as possible. I'm gonna press this thing with my big toe. Yeah, that already that already hurts. Okay, we're gonna step it up to level 40. I'm gonna try to act as nonchalantly as possible on this one. Oh my days. Okay, I'm gonna go to level 50, but I'm not gonna go higher because this shit actually hurts. As you can see, level 50. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to our first location. The first location was of course the station, but this time I picked the other side to see if I had any luck there. I put the remote on level 99 of course, but to my surprise, after 2.5 hours of waiting, the scooter received less attention than a bandage in Fortnite. But a few days later I went close to midnight and I didn't even have the chance to discreetly set up little cameras because I already had somebody looking at it, so I started recording. I'm sorry, I only have this footage, but like, come on. Now, I've got some people saying this is fake and that the bars aren't connected to anything. Well, look at this.
Oh my god! Wow!
And I get it, it does indeed look very clean with a wire going through the frame with some custom made copper handles from my sponsor PCBWay. PCBWay is the engineer's equivalent of walking into a candy store for the first time. Whether you need a custom printed circuit board, a 3D printed prototype, or a copper part to shock thieves without giving it away, PCBWay can make it for you for the best prices on the market. Each order you place gets double checked by an engineer for oversights or inconsistencies, and you can always ask them any questions related to your order. Once you've made your choice between the dozens of materials, surface finishes and specifications PCBWay has to offer, they completely take over and you don't have to worry about anything anymore. At least regarding the order. So turn that idea you've been hesitating on into reality without the need for expensive machinery and join the tens of thousands of satisfied customers. A big thanks to PCBWay for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to it. I wanted to try a different spot where I've never been before, and at first nothing really seemed to happen, but then a fat bike came by which have a statistically higher chance on my channel to take a bait scooter or package. But this time it wasn't a fat bike but a casual dude walking past, seizing the opportunity to get himself a brand new e-scooter. Okay, we got the first guy, so Heading home now, it's pretty late. A few days later I went back, because to my surprise a lot of people pass by here when it's a little darker. Even more than at the infamous station. A few hours of waiting later, the first real hesitation took place and I was already recording with the remote on level 99. But luckily for him the guy didn't do anything. However, after checking if the cams were still recording, someone else finally showed up about half an hour later, and this time he/her, couldn't really tell, made the not so smart decision.
Yes.
Alright, we got the third one. He did a bit of a nasty fall. But yeah, didn't have to confront him because he just ran away. After the little glitch with the remote, I double checked it. And I recharged the shock collar. And I think I'm just gonna keep the location the same, because you know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay, so we're at the spot for the last time, and let's hope it's gonna be worth it. And it was definitely worth it, because after about 45 minutes of waiting, the first guy already did his thing. Doe maar. Hij is net echt geflikkerd, joh.
Arm gebroken.
I think this is the hardest fall we've gotten so far. Too bad he went in the other direction. Otherwise, I would have had the most beautiful clip on my channel yet. The next guy did go in the right direction though. Ja, doe maar. But he fell behind this hill and none of my little cameras got him in frame, unfortunately. Alright, so at this moment I'm just very curious to see what level 100 feels like. So I'm gonna give it a shot. Doe maar.
Okay. This is max.
My arms tingled a little afterwards, and I think there is a huge difference between expecting it or getting surprised by it. However, this stuff is far from lethal. And this might shock you, but you can prevent this by not stealing someone else's property in the first place. Thank you guys for watching the video, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you're new here, consider liking and subscribing, because I only upload about once a month, so you won't be bothered too much. Check out my sponsor PCBWay in the description and get a $5 discount with my referral. And oh yeah, one last thing, I have a Discord server and an Instagram, and that's it. See ya!